So a long time ago on a YouTube video far away, I did a reaction to 24 and a movie review to 24. That was the very first South Indian film I ever reviewed starring Suriya. And I thought, man, that guy is super talented because he was playing multiple roles. So much so, like, it's been my reference multiple times in a variety of reactions and discussions because I just liked what he brought to that project. I didn't love the film overall, but I liked what he did and I liked aspects of that. And so I've always been looking forward to watching another thing with him. I know I've seen him a little bit here and there, probably in other trailers, but this makes me excited because it stars Suriya. So let's check this out. NGK, the official teaser. This is the Tamil version. I'm pretty bad with pronouncing names as it is, but I find the South names even more difficult. So this is written and directed by Selvaragavan. Music by Yuvan Shankar Raja. Let's check this out.
NGK
உன்ன மாதிரி ஆளுங்கெல்லாம் அரசியலுக்கு வந்தா இந்த ஊர் எவ்வளவு நல்லா இருக்கும்னு யோசிச்சு பார்த்தேன்.
குமரா போடா கண்ணா, நீ இறங்குனா அது சாக்கடையா இருந்தா கூட சுத்தமாயிடும்.
கத்துக்கிறேன் தராரு. காத்திருப்போம்.
I like him. I'm not exactly clear about what the movie's about other than one guy kind of rallying the people. So I didn't actually know Pallavi by name. Now I do. I associate her name with her face. I actually saw her in the Mari 2 trailer and the music video. We did a reaction, which is available on Patreon if you want to see it. I like her. I think that she actually dances really well. I thoroughly enjoyed what she did in Mari 2. I need to watch the film. All I saw was that music video reaction in the trailer, but I actually still really want to watch that movie. I'm a little bit confused as to what's going on here. I couldn't tell like if he was kind of like, you know, Rajnikant sort of character where he's just this badass who's rallying the people. He's getting into fights with folks who are oppressing the common person, the common man. Bad guys. He's a badass beating up the bad guys. That's what I'm gathering from this. He has such a gritty attitude at one point. I wasn't sure if he was a bad guy himself or just a good guy with a really badass attitude. So there's a couple of things we see him do in this trailer. He's farming, and then we also see him serving at what looks like a hotel. And then there's this one moment in the trailer where it's looking at a bunch of different leaders on a wall. I guess the idea is that he's aspiring to be like those leaders and help lead the people, but with punches and kicks as well. He's not just using his charismatic words, he's also using his fists and his kicks. So for me, this is what I see a lot in the Tamil and Telugu action films. This guy who's loved by the people and fights against what we call in the States, the man, fights against the oppression. Given this moment towards the end where he raises his hand up and it's all full of blood as he walks up to this podium where he's gonna address all these people, it would seem to me that there is a lot of fighting that happens to keep him from that position. People trying to knock him down so he can't rally the people, so he can't fight for them. But he's got so much heart and so much ass-kicking ability that he's able to blow through them and get to that podium anyways. So the last thing I want to talk about is this theme that I see a lot in Tamil and Telugu films, which is the selfishness of the government and one person rising up to rally the people to fight this selfishness, to push back, to rebel against them. And I really like this idea. It's something that we're sort of dealing with here in the States. We don't have movies necessarily about it, but it's all through the news where we're talking about the selfishness of stuff like Big Farm. For instance, I was watching Hasan Minhaj's Patriot Act, which is a show on Netflix over here where he addresses a lot of large issues just like John Oliver and The Daily Show. The most recent thing he was talking about was Big Farm and how much Big Farm charges citizens in the States versus how much, you know, pharmaceutical companies charge overseas.
In America, prescription drug prices are skyrocketing.
Like in Canada, for instance, insulin costs $13. Over here, it costs $298. The disparity between the two is huge. We're having our own thing like this, but it's all in the news. It's not in the films as much. And I think it's cool that it's in the movies because it has a broader reach than the news might. I think that films in general have a broader reach than the news. You're more likely to get into the minds and hearts of people through storytelling than you will through news. I think that we need it more in our storytelling over here, just talking about the selfishness of these companies that are taking advantages of loopholes in the laws in order to really dig into people's pockets and just take as much as possible. These kinds of stories actually resonate with me more and more because of the selfishness of these huge companies that are just charging outrageous prices to people, and considered of the fact that not everyone can afford it. Like it's lining the pockets of a handful of people. Meanwhile, a huge swath of people are suffering. And so to see a story about a guy rising up, kind of bringing the people together to fight these, whatever it is that is oppressing the people, that's just a cool idea. It just feels good. It's nice escapism. On some level, you know, you hope that it brings about some kind of change. In any case, I might have this teaser all kinds of backwards and wrong. This is what I'm getting from it, and I enjoyed it. But a lot of the reason why I enjoy this is because of Suriya, and I just look forward to seeing him again. And, you know, off the teaser, I would check this out just because I like him. If you swapped him out with someone else who I never heard of, I may not be as interested in this. But because it's him, I'm definitely intrigued and want to see more. You guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Be honest, be verbose. Check out our other reactions, reviews, and short films. I am Jaby KOAY. Peace out.